So in today's class, we're going to start with the parametric form of circles. Suppose this equation of circle which is passing through the origin or the simple form is given as x square plus y square equals to r. Then the parametric form with respect to this equation will be x equals to r cos t, y equals to r sin t, and the value of t will be lying between greater than equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. T is also called the parameter of this equation, and this is the parametric form. And if we put the value of x and y here in the equation, we'll get the same equation again as x square. If we put x equals to r cos t and y equals to r sin t, squaring and taking r square common, we'll get the value of x square plus y square equals to r square here. Alright, let's make it darker. Yes. Now it's correct. Okay. And if the equation is given as x minus h to the whole square plus y minus k to the whole square equals to r square, this equation of circle, then the parametric form will be x equals to h plus r cos t, comma y equals to k plus r sin t. Again, the value of t will lie between 0 and 2 pi. T will be greater than equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. And then the coordinates of any point lying on the circumference of the circle will be h plus r cos t, comma k plus r sin t. Alright, note down please. So next we will be discussing the relative position of two circles. This means that we have to locate the circles, whether like one circle with respect to other. Okay, let's see this. Here we can see that the smaller circle is completely inside the bigger circle. So if we assume that the small d is the distance between the centers of the circle, R1 is the radius of the bigger circle and R2 is the radius of the smaller circle. Then if the one circle is completely inside the other circle, then the distance between the centers will always be less than the modulus of difference of the radii. Why we are taking modulus? Because this value will not be negative. Okay. Next is, if the circles are touching each other internally, then the distance between the centers will be equals to modulus of difference between the radii. External radius minus internal radius will be equals to the distance between the centers. See in the third point, here the circles are intersecting each other at 2 points P and Q. The center of the first circle is A and center of the second circle is B. So if this condition happens, that means distance between the centers will always be less than the sum of their radii. Radii of two circles. R1 is the radii of first circle and R2 is the radii of second circle, right? In the next condition here, if the circles are touching each other externally, then the distance between their centers will be equals to the sum of their radii. If say this is center A and this is B, and we have to find whether the position of the circle, then if the distance between their centers is equals to the sum of radii, then the circles will be touching each other externally. Okay. Next is, if the circles are apart from each other, okay, then what will be the condition? The distance between the centers will always be greater than their sum of radii. Alright, that means D is greater than R1 plus R2. Please note down, children. Let's see this sum, children. Here we have to find the parametric equation of the circle whose equation is given to us as x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 12 equals to 0. So let's see how to solve. What we'll have to do, we have to make a perfect square of x and y. Like we'll write the term x square plus 4x together and y square minus 6y together. Transfer this 12 to right hand side. Alright. And when we break this, expand this 4x, we can write 4x as 2 into 2 into x. This 6, when we expand, we'll write 6 as 2 into 3 into y. Okay. Now you can say that the value of here 2ab in the perfect expansion of a plus b to the whole square, 2ab is b is 2. So what we'll do, we'll add 4 both sides, and here we'll get in this expansion of y, we'll get b, the value of b as 3. So we'll add 9 both sides. Okay. Now this will become the square of x plus 2 to the whole square, and this will become y minus 3 to the whole square equals to 25. So when we compare this equation with x minus h to the whole square plus y minus k to the whole square equals to r square, we'll get the value of h as minus 2, k as 3 and r as 5. Now we know that the parametric form of the equation of circle is x equals to h plus r cos t, y equals to k plus r sin t. Value of t lies between greater than equal to 0, less than 2 pi. So the answer will be x equals to minus 2 plus 5 cos t and y equals to 3 plus 5 sin t. Alright children. Note down please. Let's see another sum. Now here the question says find the Cartesian equation of the curve x equals to minus 3 plus root 7 cos t, y equals to 4 plus root 7 sin t, where t is the parameter. Does it represent circle? If so, find center and radius. Now when we compare this parametric form to the general parametric form, as we know, to find the value of h, k and r, we'll get the value of h as minus 3, k as 4 and r as root 7. We know that the equation of circle is x minus h to the whole square plus y minus k to the whole square equals to r square. So on substituting the value of h and k and r, we'll get x plus 3 to the whole square plus y minus 4 to the whole square equals to 7. Expand and then we'll get the result as x square plus y square plus 6x minus 8y plus 18 equals to 0 as the equation of the circle. Now we have to comment that whether it represents circle or not. When we compare this with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0, we get the value of g, f and c as, this is f, right? Do not get confused. G is 3, f as minus 4 and c is 18. So when we find the value of g square plus f square minus c, which is the value of r square, it is 7. We know it is 7. From here comparison, so it is greater than 0. So we know that it is a circle. Center coordinate is minus g comma minus f. So minus g will be, g is 3, minus g will be minus 3, f is 4, minus 4. So minus f will be plus 4. And radius, root 7. Alright children, note down please. Let's see another sum. Now here it is given that prove that the circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 2y plus 9 equals to 0 lies entirely inside the circle x square plus y square equals to 18. Now from these two equations we can calculate the center and the radius of both the circles. So when we form this expression into the form of x minus h to the whole square plus y minus k to the whole square equals to r square and compare, we get the center as 3, 1 and radius as 1. And when we compare this from x square plus y square equals to r square, we'll get the center as the origin and radius as root 18. Alright, so now let's calculate. We got both the centers of the circle. Let's calculate the small d, the distance between the centers, which will come root 10. Root 10 has value 3.16. And r1 minus r2 mod of r1 minus r2, when we solve and calculate, we'll get 3.24. That means mod of r1 minus r2 is greater than, or d, small d is smaller than the difference between the radius. So we can say that when this condition is true, then the circles lie entirely inside another circle. So we can say that x square plus y square minus 6x minus 2y plus 9 equals 0 lies entirely inside the circle x square plus y square equals to 18. Note down please. Let's see another question children. Now here it is given that find the equation of the circle whose radius is 3 and which touches the circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 6y minus 12 equals 0 internally at the point minus 1 comma minus 1. Something like this. This circle, smaller one, is touching the bigger circle internally. We can see at a point B whose coordinate is given as minus 1 comma minus 1. Suppose A is the center of the bigger circle and P is the center of smaller circle, then AP will be the distance between the two centers, right? Now if we can, from the given equation of the external circle, if we find the center and the radius of the external circle, it will be, center will come 2,3 and radius will come 5 units. Now if we have to calculate the coordinates of P here, we know the center coordinates of A. A is the center of the bigger circle which has coordinate, we have calculated 2,3. This point is known, so we have to calculate the value of P. Now AP upon PB, we know AP is the distance between the two centers. So if we have to calculate distance between two centers, it is the difference between the radii, because we know that the condition when circles are touching internally, the difference between the radii will be the distance between the centers. So D value will be 5 minus 3, 2. Alright. Now AP equals to D and PB equals to R2. So AP upon PB will be D upon R2. R2 is the radius of the smaller circle. Okay. Now d upon R2 equals to 2 by 3 or 2:3. If we have to calculate the value of P, we'll use section formula for the calculation. So what is section formula? M1 x2 plus M2 x1 upon M1 plus M2, comma M1 y2 plus M2 y1 upon M1 plus M2. When we solve, we'll get the coordinates of P as 4 by 5, comma 7 by 5. Now let's calculate the value of C. We know that G square plus F square minus C equals to R square. We know the value of G, F and R. Let's calculate the value of C here. So when we calculate the value of C, we'll get minus 160 upon 25 or minus 32 upon 5. We know that the general equation of the circle is x square plus y square minus 2gx minus 2f plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. So when we substitute the value of g as minus 4 by 5 and f as minus 7 by 5, we'll get the equation as x square plus y square minus 8x upon 5 minus 14y by 5 minus 32 by 5 equals to 0. On taking 5 as the LCM and cross multiplying it to 0, we'll get the answer as 5 bracket x square plus y square minus 8x minus 14y minus 32 equals to 0. Alright children, note down please.